Good day, guys. Austin here, and in this one today, it's time for a bit of EMU-NATION. Now, this is my favourite series, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, I love bringing this kind of news to you. And today, we've got some special stuff, especially around the front ends. So today, big hyperspin news. That's a newcomer, isn't it? Hyperspin has been left like a dormant beast for ages, to be honest. Launchbox, again, weekly thing for them, but well on you there. Retro FE, you've also been a dormant beast for some time. GameX, we've also got the same standard emulator news because, well, some people just like developing more than others. And, well, we'll be covering that in just a second. But the big news, and to be honest, it ties it all together. MuMovies. Now, instead of me just waffling on, let's actually get stuck in and see what this is all about. Okay, then first up on EMU-NATION, we've got some interesting news in the front end scene. Now, of course, we've been covering Launchbox like no one's business. They seem to be the only ones really pulling out the bag. GameX has started to pick up the pace, and Retro FE is coming out the woodwork. But we'll cover those in just a second. The big news and the biggest, I don't know, sleeping giant out of them all is probably Hyperspin. That's done, well, absolutely nothing for some time now. And although it is a front end, it's starting to show its age quite considerably. Now, of course, it's still up there and it's still probably, I don't know, in the top 3. However, there's not been any development going on for some time. Now, out of nowhere, a shot across the bow, as they say, Hyperspin has decided to add video smoothing to their themes. Now, this isn't exactly going to blow the doors off anybody's front end. Yes, it does mean that if you use cinematic themes and you're blowing them up to the 1080, as done by James Baker, you get the full cinematic experience on your front end. However, if you're not into that kind of stuff and you're just going for the normal themes, then, well, it's nothing new, I'm afraid. But excellent work by the Hyperspin guys. Let's hope that development really does step up there. Elsewhere then, we've got Launchbox, and again, this is a weekly little, I don't know, news segment for those, because they do develop weekly, and to be honest, they push the boundaries pretty damn much with each inclination that they bring to us. Is that the word, inclination? Each level, let's say a level. Each level they bring to us is outstanding. Now, Launchbox is up to version 6.4, and that was just released just a few days ago, and that incorporated all the updates that they're bringing into the theming. So in other words, you've got all the video backgrounds, the stylized stuff. You know, we've covered it countless times before on this little segment. However, what they've also now done is doing all the bug fixing. Now, I've been doing them a little favour in my time. That's probably why I've been off the record for this week. I've been doing some rocket launcher stuff. So what I'm trying to do is incorporate rocket launcher into Launchbox. Now, it already works. It's not exactly natural, and there's a few bugs and tweaks which I think need to be done before it kind of goes public with a full tutorial. So I've asked Rocket Launcher team and I've asked the Launchbox team. I'm trying to be the middleman here and find the best solution to make these mingle together so everybody gets the full-on experience, making it as easy as possible. Now, if hopefully all this falls through, then I've already got it all edited up and set into place where we can basically take an already set up system and say, for example, Retro FE or a Hyperspin system that's already running through Rocket Launcher, and we can just translate that straight into Launchbox with a tick of a few buttons. Now, that's absolutely awesome, because that means that you can switch between front ends like nobody's business, and I'll be talking to a few of the other front-end developers to see if they also want to incorporate this into their kind of stuff, because, well, it means that you're not tied down to one setup. You know, you've spent your years, you've invested so much time into setting up this front end, tweaking it to the way you want it. But all the tweaking really is in terms of the actual launching of the game, setting up the emulators and all that good stuff. Isn't it awesome how you can just switch between one style to another? So as one front end, I don't know, outclasses another, then you can just switch on a whim. You're not tied down. You're not starting from scratch each time. So that's what I've been working on. Now, elsewhere, we've got Retro FE. These guys have been dormant for a while. It's still early days for this front end, in my opinion. However, in terms of the possibilities, this one is, well, it's the biggest one. This can literally do anything you want it to. don't get me wrong, you need some kind of experience to do with coding and all that kind of stuff to get it to work to its full potential. But in terms of what they've been working on, absolutely awesome. Now, one of the developers over there, or the guy who works on it, he has handed me a build that he wants me to take a look at. So hopefully this week I'll be taking a look at that, giving you a demo and showing you guys exactly what it can do at its current stage. I'm actually quite excited about this one. And elsewhere we've got GameX. Now, we talked about this a few times, and I've actually done a video. I don't want to do no sneak stuff for it. I just want to unleash it onto you guys. But trust me, guys, GameX is now a big player. And that now brings me on to my next subject, which is MuMovies. Now, we haven't covered this at all in this series, but it is the melting pot that binds all the front ends and the setups together. Now, for those of you who don't know about MuMovies, it's a place where you can get all your art media. So you can get all your movies, your snaps from all the different games. You can show gameplay in your front ends. You can download logos. You can download box art, carts, absolutely anything. It's what makes front ends happen. Now, Serco over there has been working wonders. Since he's updated his website, it's now brought into the fact that he's now relinquished all limits on people downloading artwork. So if you're a free member, you no longer have to be a paying member to download as much artwork as you want. Now, he's also incorporated the other, the other front ends that are big players at the moment. So now, at the moment, GameX and Launchbox are completely syncable using the apps. And to be honest, it's a pretty damn snazzy sync. You can go into Launchbox, you can set everything up, you can tick a few boxes, and all of a sudden, it just populates with art, it populates with all the history, it populates with everything visually that you would like on your front end. And it's the same with GameX, and it's the same with Hyperspin. However, Hyperspin has had a monopoly, let's say, on the artwork. That's because Hyperspin has been knocking it out mostly, let's say. However, Serco has been negotiating with all the front ends, and now all the artwork that is available for all the different front ends is now shareable between them all, and that is absolutely outstanding. So, well, I'm looking forward to this and seeing where it goes. But hats off to you, Serco. I highly encourage anybody, even if you're a non-paying member, go over there, sign up, and start utilizing what this guy has put together, because it really is the next level when it comes to a professional front-end media or anything to do with this scene. Thanks, Serco. Now, elsewhere, we've got the normal, I'm afraid. It's emulators and SEMU. Well, let's just say it's the same old, but it's good same old. More games are working, more games are 100% compatible, and this thing is evolving on a daily rate. There's been no updates as of yet as when the next build is coming out, but as 1.5.4, it's absolutely outstanding, and we've crossed this bridge enough, so enough said about that. Decaf, same again. Early days for this emulator, but it is emulating the Wii U, and it is emulating it very well. I would not be using this as my go-to emulator for this system, but the fact that they are approaching this as from a different angle and bringing, well, new ideas to the table, outstanding, guys, absolutely outstanding. In terms of Dolphin, then, the Dolphin guys are always evolving. Trust me, their builds are released on an hourly basis, not even a weekly, not even a daily, an hourly basis. So, as always, you guys are absolutely outstanding. I love everything that you release, everything is the highest possible standard, everything as professional as possible. But what I want to do is give something back to you. So, in an upcoming video, or should I say a series of a few videos put together, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can actually utilize the VR within Dolphin. I don't know if any of you know about this, but Dolphin actually has a VR actually built into it. So if you've got Oculus, if you've got Vive, you can play this to your heart's content. But what I'm going to show you is how to do this using your phone. Now, if you've got a Google phone, and it's a pretty damn good one, in other words, you can use Gear VR. So if you've got a Samsung Gear VR, then you can use that. Or if you're into Google Cardboard or something along those lines, I can get it to work on your phone. So you don't have to spend thousands just to play a few games. And then what we're going to be doing is ramping that up to the next level. So, well, let's just say it's a little sneak peek that's on the horizon, and absolutely mind-blowing. I've been loving it. Anyway, enough of the teasing. That's it for this week, guys. That is all the news. I'm sorry I've been off the radar for, well, about a week, I think it is now. The fact is that I've been helping so many of these front ends. I've been trying to set up so much stuff, plus building arcade cabinets out my ears. Then, well, it gets the better of us all. But thank you very much for joining me, guys. We've got so much to look forward to, especially in the coming week. But most of all, guys, thank you for all the support, as always, that you guys have been showing me. I did my 50,000 subscriber video, and that is absolutely mind-blowing that I got up to that, all explained in that video if you haven't already seen. However, please, guys, please like, please subscribe, please do the things that people normally do on this YouTube-y kind of world. But most of all, you have a good day. Laters!